You started in a radical, so you have to end in a radical. Top on inside, bottom on outside. So this is the 12th root of 2 to the power 11. The one last thing that you can do is you can type in, I'm going to say just type in your calculator because I don't feel like doing all that work. Can you do 2 to the power 11? Yes. This is the 12th root of 2048.
Oh.
That is fully simplified.
2048.
2 to the power 11 is 2048. Now this stuff you are going to have to, it's not just, oh I don't have to learn it, I can just type it in my calculator. This stuff you can't just do in your calculator and it'll automatically pop up on that calculator 12 root 2048. No, you actually have to put in the work behind this. Okay? So do we understand what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to go get those boat notes.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Let
You
us
can come here.
Let the wolf keep going. What do you say? No, it's not done yet.
You should stay inside.
I'm done too. It was so fun. I've been watching that twice.
You done?
What y'all get?
He came back with don't worry about it.
What y'all get?
Don't worry about it.
Y'all got it wrong.
Here.
Oh, y'all kids. Cheese balls. What?
32. Okay, I got that right. Alright, 2 fifths. Where you get 2 fifths from? But not 2 fifths.
That's how I go to the
Because 2 to the power 5 is 32. Because you have to have the same base in order to be able to use power rules.
I thought it was 4.
I thought it was 4.
Cheese.
Balls.
How about this? Close enough. How about we just walk out? All this crazy. I got to correct myself.
How big is it? Still recorded. Yeah, not really. There's somewhere else.
Remember watching this video thing like all the time. Over 2.
That's what I bring to the wolves.
At least I ain't scared of the wolves.
At least I got it right without the wolves.
2. Yeah, you had it.
Alright, fix this real quick.
What?
Y'all hold that stuff. Let me hurry up.
Over this. We out here trying to be great on our own, and you here. Okay.
Alright, moving on. Get it from him, Jayla.
Alright.
It would take you so long to do these. You don't have to do them anymore.
You better stop.
It takes so much time out of your day.
Alright, so look. We're gonna do 64 z to the power 6 to the power 1/3. Because this is a cube root, and that whole thing is a cube root. So it's all to the power 1/3.
Oh, man.
Can that thing
So you keep that to the largest now?
This is product to a power because this is 64 times z to the power 6. So product to a power, so I
Share.
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 Share the exponent. So this is 64 to the power 1/3, as well as z6 to the power 1/3.
Wait, Z6.
What's that looking?
Do you know what 64 to the power 1/3 is?
No.
Me either. Can you think of something that will give you 64?
Yes.
What?
I'm ready.
8 times 8, so 8 squared. We're gonna change this to 8 squared. Power 1/3. Can you reduce this 6 to, or z to the 6th power to the power 1/3?
Z
What is
squared.
that?
Z squared.
Z squared. Y, you
Yeah,
multiply.
2. Okay.
6 over 3
I got it.
gives you z squared.
Yep.
Will this simplify now?
Yes.
8 to the power 2/3. Do you know what 2/3 of 8 is? This one's not honestly that hard. 2 will give you 1/3 of it.
So 3.
2 times 2 times 2 gives you 8. 3 parts.
I said that.
Take 2 of those parts.
1.
2 times 2
4.
times 2 gives you 8.
Oh yeah.
We're not adding. We're multiplying. So you get 8. So take 2/3 of those parts. 2 times 2.
2.
4.
She said that. Yo, you on something.
2 times 2 times 2 gives you 8.
I said 4 though.
Oh,
So
4.
take
Oh.
2/3 of that, which is 2 times 2, which is 4.
Okay.
I took the
Lord
remainder.
have mercy. So what is 8 to the power 2/3?
4.
4. Z squared.
Squares.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Put the nasty part on me.
I like how we're having trouble.
When you do it.
I sometimes do.
Yeah.
Everything else
I
is
need.
Oh my goodness.
Ah, that's cool.
Alright, so I'm just gonna take a wild guess. We're not ready to be thrown to the wolves.
No.
So this is gonna be 16x to the power 6.
Wait.
Guys, I'm getting very irritated. There's a lot of other talking going on. And I'm gonna say stuff to stuff when you don't understand.
16x. That's 6 power over 1/3. Oh, 1/3. And then 16. Wait, so do we share? Yeah, we do share.
Do you know what 1/3 of 16 is? It does.
3 or 2?
4. No.
It is 4.
What?
I mean, not 4. 2. Is it 2?
8
I don't
and 2. No, 2 or 8.
I can't think of what it
6
is.
plus 1 does not equal.
So I would change this problem. I would change 16. Can we change 16 to anything?
No.
Yes.
No. So does that apply?
That's a decimal point.
No, but you do still got share. Right? Oh, no. Can you do 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 4.
No?
2 4.
Yeah, 2 to the power 4.
I just said that, and you
I-
said what?
No. You said
No.
that. You said that.
But I was
She
thinking
said
that
1/3
though.
of 16 was.
So I'm right, regardless.
You tried.
You want to do a playback?
Yeah, 'cause I got it. I know what I was talking about.
Alright, so this is product to a power, so we're going to share.
Yes.
This is 2 to the power 4 to the power 1/3. And this is x to the power 6 to the power 1/3.
Okay.
Power to a power, so you do what?
Add. Multiply.
Multiply.
Multiply. So 2 to the power 4/3.
1/3.
And then you get x to the power
Of 2.
2. 6 over 3 gives you 2.
I keep thinking like you can turn it into a mixed fraction. So that's simpler. Or can it get simpler?
Just going for like,
You shaking your foot and making that noise to the channel.
Alright, and then
Come on, please.
I wrote down the wrong problem on the thing, so that kind of sucks. But
You trying to trick us.
What happened?
You trying to trick us to the snakes.
What happened?
Snakes don't eat.
no.
What happened?
All right.
Oh, you were wrong.
Huh?
Wrong problem?
What?
You said something, I don't know.
No.
You know,
Just okay.
No. It's fine. So I'm gonna turn it into a radical. This x squared is not to the power 4/3. So x squared is gonna be on the outside. And then top on inside, bottom on outside. So this is the cube root of 2 to the power 4, which gives you one last step. X squared, cube root of 2 to the power 4, which is 16. This one was a little bit messier because it wasn't the problem that I wanted to give you. That's okay.
You trying to spook us.
I didn't.
I'll check.
11, 16.
time for time. I work my back to
the times that they tell.
I don't know. You would say no name.
All my work and it could have been done way easier. No, that's okay. But I gave y'all the wrong problem. That's alright. Huh?
We got things.
You literally could have gone from this to this.
Are we done for today?
What?
No. One more.
Oh.
Homework.
What is it?
All of it.
This is what.
When we're done.
I think this is the Bible thing. I know like what? She said it was some snakes again. What? Sure. Just a little birdie trying to
Do you cross out?
Okay, so whenever you have something like this on the bottom, we call that conjugates. We're going to multiply it by our conjugate.
Conjugate.
Conjugate. C-O-N-J-U-G-A-T-E.
Correct.
So what does that mean? In order to get rid of this, because right now you have a radical on the bottom, you cannot have a radical on the bottom, we have to multiply it by something in order to get rid of it. So you multiply it by your conjugate. The conjugate is the same thing, just an opposite sign in the middle. So we're going to multiply it by 3x to the power 1/2 minus 2. But if you multiply it on the bottom, it has to be the same on the top because we want it to be multiplied by 1.
Hold on real quick.
Is equals to. So at the top on the next one is equal to be x.
So now, this is where the fun begins.
Jesus Christ.
Why do people even make this in math? No one wants to do this.
Like who does this in real life? Why does this matter?
What's the point of making this? No one wants to do this.
I love it.
Why?
This makes no sense.
Why?
You don't use this to count money, so what? Like, what do you get out of this? You don't use this to do grants and all that stuff.
You really think I used calculus 4 for anything? I didn't, but I had it. Oh my god.
Well, you're a teacher, Cole, and you're teaching it because I want you to teach it so you're gonna learn it, and no one wants to learn it, so.
Basically, he's right.
Alright, so now you're multiplying binomials.
You don't even do
Oh, I know
this as
what that is.
president, so therefore, why should we do this?
Because you have to pass my class to graduate. And if you don't, well, you're going to stay here. I don't know what to tell you.
Have it your way, Burger King. You can go there.
I'm just
Alright, so we've got to multiply them.
I was gonna go for lunch, but
X to the power 1/2 times 3x to the power 1/2.
Jesus
I
Christ.
think that might be four.
What's 1/2 times 1/2?
One.
2, 4.
Remember, this is a power, look, this is power times a power, so what do you do with it? rules.
Uh-huh,
This is a power times a power.
okay.
So you add the exponents. 1/2 plus 1/2 gives you 1. So what is the answer for that part? What do you get?
3,
Is it 3x squared?
Just 3x. Because it goes to the power of 1.
yeah. It's
So
3x.
it's just 3x.
But at the top, it'd just be 3x.
Yes.
Top of each.
Because it goes to 1.
Okay.
Then you have x to the power 1/2 times negative 2.
They doing 40?
Negative 2x to the power 1/2. Then you have negative 2
And then
times 3x to the power 1/2, which is negative 6x to the power 1/2. And then you have negative 2 times negative 2, which is positive 4. On the bottom, you have 3x to the power 1/2 times 3x to the power 1/2. So 3 times 3, that gives you the 9. X to the power 1/2 times x to the power 1/2. That's x to the power 1/2 plus 1/2, which is just x. To the power 1, which is just x. 3x to the power 1/2 times negative 2 is negative 6x to the power 1/2. 2 times 3x to the power 1/2 is positive 6x to the power 1/2. And 2 times negative 2 gives you negative 4.
Now we gotta do
On the bottom, those cancel. One's plus, one's minus. So you're left with 9x minus 4 on the bottom. On the top, you have 3x minus negative 2 and a negative 6, so that's negative 8x to the power 1/2 plus 4.
400.
That's it. You can't simplify that anymore.
Plus, Jesus Christ.
So like we have one more problem left?
No,
One more.
I got a brain infarction.
You wanna try this one?
No.
I don't think we're gonna think about it.
Which one's that?
It's a little brain
Oh, no.
infarction.
I know, that's one.
I shouldn't do that.
Fucking a freak.
This is probably my least favorite thing to teach.
Bro, all these
But
classes.
it's one of my favorite things to do by myself. I like doing it, but I don't like teaching it. 'Cause
Why
people
though?
No complaint.
hate it. People hate it.
Right.
And that's why you like it, because people hate it. So you like torture.
No, I promise you I don't. I like it when you guys understand.
It's coolery.
It's the same exact thing.
So let's multiply by the conjugate. For this one, it's gonna be a plus sign.
Oh.
Counters.
Conjugate.
Wow.
You're gonna multiply by the top and the bottom.
Plus 2. Okay.
Did you do the, multiply it by the -2, or does it have to be?
It has to be the plus. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to get them to cancel out on the bottom. Okay, so we're gonna multiply the top, multiply the bottom. So on the top, you have 1/2, a y to the power 1/2 times y to the power 1/2.
Yes.
Power times the power, so you add,
Why?
it just leaves you with a y.
Y. And then plus 4.
Y to the power 1/2 times 2 is plus 2y
Oh, wait.
to the power 1/2. Then you have 2 times y to the power 1/2, which is just 2y to the power 1/2. And then 2 times 2 is 4. On the bottom, you have y to the power 1/2 times y to the power 1/2, which is y. Y to the power 1/2 times 2, which is plus 2y to the power 1/2. Negative 2 times y to the power 1/2 is negative 2y to the power 1/2. And negative 2 times 2 is minus 4.
Oh, wow.
On the bottom, these cancel out, leaving you with a y minus 4 on the bottom. And on the top, you have y plus 2y to the power 1/2 plus 4.
That's it.
That's it.
Wait, let me do y.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, thank you, 4y. Getting ahead of myself. So plus 4y to the power 1/2 plus 4.
Thank you, we're done, right?
Yes.
Now I have to go home.